So you probably heard Justice Track was abducted and tortured by the Nigerian army for revealing that our soldiers weren't being fed well enough. The Nigerian army has a rather disturbing history when it comes to violating Nigerians and their rights. And one of the most prominent victims of this is none other than Fela himself. Here are 5 mind-bending humiliations Fela suffered. It paints a clear picture of how after over 3 decades, nothing has ever really changed. First, a 1,000-man army was sent to destroy Fela's house. Furious over his song Zombie in 1976, nearly 1,000 armed soldiers attacked and burned down Kalakuta Republic in 1977 under General Olusegun Obasanjo. They brutally beat residents, raped women, forced people to strip naked, burnt down Fela's house and his studio, but the most painful of all was they threw Fela's 76-year-old mother, Fela Kuti, from a second-floor window. She suffered severe injuries and fell into coma, and eventually the legendary Nigerian independence activist died from the complications of that incident in April 13, 1978. The second being the worst part of it all. Upon being asked, the Obasanjo regime claimed it was an unknown soldier that had gone rogue, and so not a single senior officer was arrested. What was Fela's response? He marched a coffin to the president's gate in Doden Barracks, which was the seat of power as at that time. Third, Fela attempted to run for president but was disqualified. In 1979, Fela formed his own political party, the Movement of the People, MOP. The party promoted Pan-Africanist ideas, Nkrumahism, Africanism, economic self-reliance, an end to military rule, corruption, and neo-colonialism. He attempted to run for president, but under immense pressure by the then military regime of Obasanjo, who oversaw the handing over power from military to civilian rule. The Federal Electoral Commission, FEDECO, rejected Fela's party registration and disqualified his candidacy. Fourth, he was arrested over 200 times. One such was during Muhammadu Buhari's war against indiscipline. In 1984, Fela spent nearly 20 months in prison. They claimed it was for the currency smuggling of £1,600. Even though Fela declared the cash in the customs declaration form, the presiding judge who handed down the sentence went into jail to personally apologize to Fela, saying his hands were tied. Meanwhile, the father to Buhari's aide-de-camp, the Emir of Gwandu, smuggled over 53 suitcases of cash into the country, and absolutely nothing happened to him. And finally, Major General Musa Bamaiyi, as head of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA), led a violent raid on the Africana Shrine in January 1997. Fela was paraded in handcuffs on national television, but he did something utterly unexpected. When it was time to sign his charge sheet, which is his formal statement, he cleverly added "in chains" just before his signature. The court had no option but to discard the NDLEA's petition to deny Fela's bail because it effectively meant the statement was obtained under duress. This was one of the final humiliations he faced before his death later that year, and over 1 million people attended his funeral when Fela passed away. So the big question becomes, has anything ever really changed? As always, don't trust, verify.